Chizuk from the Parsha, Erev Shabbos Kodesh, Parsha's בהעלותך. An amazing episode that happens this week in this week's Parsha. The Torah tells us, "Vayiyom kem misoinim ra b'ayin Hashem." The Klal Yisrael were like complaining, kem misoinim. The real language that they should be saying in the Torah is "Vayiyom misoinim." They were complaining. They weren't like complaining. What is the ke? And many Meforshim are talking about it. But I want to emphasize on something very fascinating. The Torah tells us this week, as they're complaining, we remember the fish, we remember all the good things, the watermelon, the squash, the onions. Can you imagine? Onions! We had onions in Mitzrayim. They are talking like they lived in Mitzrayim, in Egypt, in a 5-star hotel. We remember so many good things. And now, it's dry. I don't understand. They came out from Mitzrayim, they had as many meat as they want. They had tzoyne, buko, plenty. They had mon, the clothing were growing on the trees, they had whatever they want. But here lies the tremendous word that the Torah is saying. Va'atu nafshayni yavaishu. Our nefesh, our soul is dry. It has nothing to do with the stomach, it has to do with the brain. And if your brain is dry, you could have as much meat as you want. You could have as a big house as you want. You could have as many escalator or Tesla that you have. Nothing's going to help. And that is why the Torah is mentioning this week one complaint after the other. You know why? Because that's the nature of a person. If you give him what he's complaining about, remember the fish and the meat and the bush, says, give him. What happens next? Give us a tavu. A story. Next week, Parsha Shlach, one complaint after the other. You know why? Because it has nothing to do with the watermelon, it has nothing to do with the fish or with the meat. And that is why HaKadosh Baruch Hu answers Moshe Rabbeinu. Is foolish shivimish, gather together 70 people. I will take the spirit, the rochnius that you have in you, and I will spread it on this 70 people. It will be much easier for you to help Klal Yisrael. You know why? Because this is what Klal Yisrael, they don't need meat. They don't need watermelon. This is not what they need. This is the consequence for an unhappy person that does not have a Simchas Hachyim. If you have a Simchas Hachyim, everything is good. Moshe Rabbeinu, the one that was standing tall in every single situation to help Klal Yisrael, here is about to give up. And it says, Rabbeinu Shalom, did I give birth to them? I have to have this responsibility? How do I expect me to give meat to everybody? Moshe Rabbeinu is about to give up. Because nobody likes to be around somebody who is complaining all the time. Because when you're going to satisfy with that complaint, don't worry, another one is coming right after it. The Torah is the best psychologist, so to say, lavdil. You know why? The Torah realizes it has nothing to do with what is missing. It has to do with the Simchas Hachyim. And if you have a Simchas Hachyim, you have everything. And that is why Moshe Rabbeinu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells Moshe Rabbeinu, gather 70 people. Let's try to give them a Simchas Hachyim. And you will see that when you have a Simchas Hachyim, you have everything in the world. Learn to thank Hashem Yisborach in every matzah. It's difficult, it's not easy. But if you thank Hashem Yisborach in every matzah, vatu matu aitayv, if you're going to say it's good, HaKadosh Baruch Hu say, aitiv imach, I will do good with you. I get in Zis Lechtig Shabbos.